Hey, great Friday evening. It is an amazing evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and it has been a cray kind of day. Crazy kind of day. It's been a crazy kind of day because I guess I'll speak for myself since I'm the only one here tonight. It's been a kind of crazy day because it's just we're in campaign season. Campaign seasons get very busy at about this time, and we're in full swing. What's up, kitty cat? I like it when you call me kitty cat. Good evening, Leah. Frankie will be on in a little bit in case anyone is wondering or asking. Uh, you know, uh, Campaign season. People get tied up, so he should be joining us shortly. Joe, how's it going? Crazy Friday. Yes, and I think I know exactly what you're referring to. And we're going to touch on some of those crazy Friday happenings today. Good evening. Thank you for sharing my video. Sending blessing. Love you, Papa. I wish I'd seen it earlier. An amazing program. Jeremiah's fighting for our artistic children in the city of Matamoros. Uh, Amazing program. That's the kind of stuff that we need to continue to do to reach out and try to get resources for our loved ones out there. Good evening, Kat. Al, how's it going? Thank you, man. It is a beautiful suit. Crazy Friday, but the weekend has begun. Yeah, I don't think that it's going to slow down much. Greetings, Eduardo. Good evening. Marco, buenas noches. Alfonso, ¿cómo estamos? Violet! A big shout out to Brianna! Violet, thank you so much for everything that you do. Good evening, Daisy. Erasmo. Thank you for the shirt. I love it. Woo! Guys, I am literally running out of shirts. I'm literally running out of shirts. And this is actually my second batch of shirts, and I'm literally running out of them. So we're considering maybe getting one more batch of shirts, maybe two more batches of shirts. Shout out to Gina, working hard for the money. Work hard for it, honey. And I was ready for tomorrow morning. Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, we will have Mo with us. It will be an exciting morning. Claudia, hola, quesito. It was good to see you today. Please let Dark Shadow please go to bed. Watch your Nini can watch your show in peace. Let me tell you, thank you so very much for the bowl of lentejas. I love lentejas, and I ate them all. Thank you, everyone who brought over food today. I got McDonald's. I got Pollo Loco. I got no more bun cakes. What's it called? Bun cakes. No more bun. I can't remember the name of the cakes. I would have the canister here, but I already ate it. I actually ate one and a half. Thank you so much for all the food. Viva la familia Montelongo. Let's see. I don't want to lose anyone. Good evening. Crazy 3 days so far. Yes, my prayers. It's not going to get any better for you all starting on Tuesday. But my prayers, man. I'm hopefully optimistic. Los Cachorros de Juan Villarreal are live. Sorry, Erasmo. What? You're switching me for Los Cachorros de Juan Villarreal? No, bitch it up. Hola, Erasmo. Have a week. Survived my first official week back to school. Gracias a Dios. Mira lo que guapo. Thank you. It's true. Make BISD great again. Preach. Buenas noches. You, Frankie, and Carlos will win. No doubt. Good evening, Celia. Good evening, Kitty Cat. I like it when you call me Kitty Cat. We actually have some important stuff to go into. You are the man. Puro corazón. Love you, Papa. And I hope you're at home. Let me know so I can take some more cookies and see how you're doing. All my prayers, my man. Good morning, Mario. Morning. Quechita Mocho. That's me. And handsome. And how handsome were you going all dressed up? Aquí para estar con ustedes. Good evening. Also missing you in the morning. Too busy working. I know. Tomorrow morning you'll have an opportunity to be with me and with Mo. Good evening, a la Mo. What's That's a sweet suit. I love it. It's actually my veterans jacket. I actually got this when anytime I need to go to veterans or to other red school. I can't remember the Patriot School. Russell, Russell. Oh, I forgot. Red, white, and blue. Red for Oliveira. I don't know. I want my shirt, Jamie. Break down with a donation, Jamie. No donation, no shirt for you, girl. Break down with the cash. That's my sister. Buenas noches, Jose, Jose. Erasmo, good evening. Me dio asco la pingüina. Put a sign by Frankie's on Central Avenue, Boca Chica. Vieja pingüina. Where's my shirt? Kitty cat. It tomorrow. If you're here in town, let me know. I will have it tomorrow. Got it promised tomorrow. It's already here. Danny's. Nomás por toda la comida que mencioné. Good evening, Erasmo, looking sharp. Thank you. So curious as to how that sign ended up in Austin. Yes, and Violet, I want to again thank you. I'll start off with that, guys. I'm going to stop with the comments. I love you all. I love you all. Back to USCA move. I love you. Good evening, guys. Very very proud to announce, and we'll start off with this because this is one of the happy segments, and then we're going to go into the not so happy segments, the BISD segments, because it is interesting. But let's go off with the sign statements. And let me tell you, I did contact the individual, my friend up there in Austin, Texas, who actually found the sign. The sign was part of an advertising little fling a ding here in the city of Brownsville, where there was Visit Brownsville. And it was 16 by 8 foot 8 by 16 foot sign that was at the visitor section on Frontage Road and 802 and Old Highway 77. So they had it out there. It was part of this marketing campaign, to encourage individuals to come to Brownsville by pinpointing a lot of the different things that, make us, stand out. And they had the zoo, they had my little mariachis, they had parrots, they had a soccer ball for some reason, and they had a cyclist on there, a lot of great stuff. So a friend of mine calls me and says, Erasmo, this is what I found in Austin, Texas. And I looked at it and I had seen it before. And I said, what the heck is it doing in Austin, Texas? We as a city paid $150,000 for that sign. It was part of that marketing campaign. $150,000. $150,000. It was dropped off in the middle of a night at a thrift store in Austin, Texas, because someone in the city of Brownsville threw it away. They threw it away. $150,000 thrown away, pissed away. It's the same, and it shouldn't surprise anyone because it's the same thing that happened with the logo. Remember when they wanted to change on the border by the sea? They want to change it and that little Market Square little dome for the city of Brownsville, and they wanted to change it to something that I could have probably made on PowerPoint. That one we paid another $150,000. Well, that got scrubbed, and we got screwed for another $150,000. And it's funny because it's always $150,000. What do you mean? Why soccer? We are soccer. I know. I knew you were going to come out and say something. So $150,000 advertising sign in a thrift store in Austin, Texas. Well, guess what? Erasmo Castro found it and bought it for $100. Actually, $80. And we paid a friend $20 to ship it from the thrift store to their house. So a total of $100 was invested in a sign that cost the city of Brownsville $150,000. And it's very upsetting because it's very indicative of the disregard that a lot of these individuals have for our tax dollars. They just don't care. Doesn't matter. And it's a beautiful, beautiful sign. I've posted pictures of it as the and starting tomorrow, you can come visit the sign because I will have it set up here at the office. So I want everyone out there that has the time, please come by and take pictures with the sign and give a big, I can't see the word, but it's two words. One of them starts with a letter and the other one starts with another letter. Give a big, those two words to the city of Brownsville and say, we see what you're doing. We see how you don't care, but we care. So we're going to save a piece of our history and recuperate $150,000 worth of signs and have it here set up so you can come and take a picture with it. So I'm going to invite everyone who's out and about to come and take a picture with the $150,000 Visit Brownsville sign that we as a community, we saved. Beautiful sign, Frankie.
Hey Erasmo, good evening world. How's everybody doing on this awesome Friday? Well, I have my own little announcement, Erasmo. Starting this Sunday at 12:30, 1 p.m. So I haven't decided the time. I'll be doing a sports talk segment for our local area. Just talk about local sports, UIL, professional sports, something something to discuss. A lot of things are going on lately. We got professional sports going on, so I think it'd be a good thing for our fanatics, our Cowboys, Texans, Astros, Yankees fans to get on the tube and just discuss different topics that are going on. Unfortunately, right now it's still not safe to have our students participate in these activities, but professional sports is still going. And we have a need for our local area to have some sort of discussion in regards to sports. So starting this Sunday, guys, Frankie Olivo, Sports Talk with Frankie Olivo, we'll be having that out. I'll be giving more details later on tonight and tomorrow in regards to that. Also, another thing, Frankie Olivo figured something out. Very important, Erasmo.
Finally.
If Frankie Olivo is ever hungry, I know where I should go. In the short amount of time, ladies and gentlemen, in the short amount of time that I hung out with Mr. Erasmo Castro this evening, he received desserts, he received Taco Palenque, he received McDonald's, Whataburger,
Pollo Loco, and Dulcitos de Ruli.
Dulces Tentacion by our friend Ruli. I am shocked, guys. Here I am,
and I got a pretty little mask bag.
Hey, I don't know why I'm spending money.
And look, talk about the sports. 12:30.
12:30 this Sunday. 12. There you go.
I got a little sports thing.
Hey, meant to be. But guys, and I'm gonna throw this out to everybody. If you're ever hungry, Erasmo Castro's office on Madison, guys. I'm not joking, you guys. This guy has food, and he doesn't even eat. That's the crazy thing. And our people are bringing food here. I was shocked. I was like, hey, what about me? But you know what? This goes to show, guys, that the community sees something, sees a movement, and will do everything possible. And all jokes aside, it's an awesome thing, Erasmo. And Erasmo, look, let me share this with y'all. Erasmo shares things with me, and I'm like, Erasmo, you're lying, Erasmo. You're blowing it out of proportion. And I finally got to see it with my very own eyes. The community wants to take care of this man because, hey, say what you want about him. It's going to happen. And I know that the community wants it to happen. So, shouts out to all the community members that, hey, the way to someone's heart is through the tummy. So thank you for, keeping Erasmo well fed. And now I thank you for for future references, you'll be keeping Frankie Olivo well fed. So thank you so much to our community, guys, for that.
Guys, thank y'all so much. And I do eat a little bit of everything that I got. I actually had a little bit of everything, a little bit too much, and I'll be suffering for it later tonight. But I am very, very grateful. This community does take a good care of Erasmo Castro, and I am very honored, very privileged, and very humbled. Thank you, guys. Violet, thank you so much for, no se van a perder, Violet. Thank you so much for transporting that sign, for bringing back. And Violet is helping me bring the sign from Austin to Brownsville. Violet, I love you. I love your husband. Thank you so, so much. My heart to Brianna. Thank you so, so, so much, because that is ours. That is our sign here in the city of Brownsville, and we are bringing it back. So no se pierdan con my $150,000. The figure, take pictures with signs and buy a cookie. That's it. The dynamic duo. Wow. I wish I was in Brownsville. I'd blow up my Instagram with that sign, una carne asada, and picture with the sign. And while you register to vote, whoa!
That's a good one.
Let's do it, Luis. I mean, you could put up a couple of asadores atrás, and we'll do it. Let's get it done. And yes, and Marco Hinojosa, an amazing coach from Los Fresnos, 6 feet. 6 feet. And maybe Marcos Hinojosa can be one of Frankie's guests during sports talk this weekend. The first one to take a picture with it should be our mayor, Trey. Hey, I'll invite him. Talk about scooter, bro. Soccer, bro. You will get fat. I don't know why I read scooter.
Scooter racing or what?
Hey, let me tell you, I'm down for scooter racing. Anyone on my scooter, anytime.
Make it into a sport.
It should be a sport. The Brownsville sport. Hello, handsome guys. Thank you, Ruth. Appreciate it. Oh, I just got a pretty picture. Great topic. It is a great topic. Good evening, guys. Question: do you place signs in San Pedro on Military? Yes. Yes. Mi amor, thank you so much for putting the signs over there down southmost. And yes, send me an inbox. Don't send it to Frankie. Pura América desde que nació. ¿Qué quieres saber, Frankie? Perfecto. Congress to vote on stimulus package tomorrow. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Let's hope.
Burger. Yes, thank you. Onion rings and Dr. Pepper shake. Love you. Support local business, 100%. What's up, guys? Saludos desde Dallas, taking care of some business. Take care of our Browns. I promise it'll be in good hands. Love you, Neto. If you are ever hungry, eat at Hinotama. My man Mo is going to tell us a little more about Hinotama. Frankie, ya te echó de cabeza, goat. Yeah, el dedo. We like to see Erasmo eating during the show. There's always a lot of food. El lunes, I will be there. What time is lunch? It's lunchtime all the time here,
every
man.
day, all day.
All day, people are bringing stuff. People love you guys. You're all thankful for what you keep us informed. Love you all. I told you, Frankie, lunch on me, Nini, and Dark Shadow. If I knew you were there, I would have taken you some amazing lentejas. Thank you, mi amor. Looking sharp. Hey, Antonio Guevara, TSC candidate. Erasmo is famous. Next thing you know, the va a caer el paparazzi. It's already there. But thank you. Frankie comiendo puro round steak bologna. Frankie, don't settle for crumbs. Dile que te traigan poquito palenque. Good evening, Adriana.
Give me some more.
Scooter soccer. Hey. That's something I can do. Oh, I'm waiting for Sherry's famous banana pudding. Oh, I love Phoenix. Yeah, and she does.
Hey, Phoenix.
Phoenix, thank you so much for my Mickey D's. Sports, 2 thumbs up. Awesome, my man. I'm thinking of getting an e-bike with a stimulus if we get right. I want my check. Papi Trump, check. Green cheese and Frankie Royal says, oh, you better get the cheese train. That's my area, District 4, San Pedro. Good job, my man. Frankie, I will join you for the NASCAR segment.
I'll need your help, Paul.
I think
most
people will be falling asleep, but okay.
And John White. I need John. Where's John White?
John White. We're having John White.
We need John White for NASCAR, guys.
Yeah, John White is a NASCAR regular. Good evening, Lupita Hermosa. Where can we see a picture of the sign? I'll post one tonight. I'll send you one, Lara. It's a beautiful, beautiful sign. Beautiful sign. Frankie, if you could send it one to her, that'd be awesome.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Julie. Nissan Clark will elote in a cup tomorrow for free. Adriana, send me the information. I will be there. If there's one thing that I love is elote in a cup, especially when it's for free. Okay, I will take cake, the coffee. Love you, Martita. Swa, swa. Hola. I like it when you call me precioso. And happy to see you guys being happy, blessed, blessed, blessed. Stop by Floresville, and the sign is still there and save. Actually, find a nice place and price. Maybe I
Hey,
should have said,
Admiral, I hope we don't see it on eBay or something to the highest bidder.
"Oh, I promise to make some cheesecake for you guys. Love you, Yesenia. Gracias." What will be done the first day in office of elected questions for you both? The first day after we get sworn in, we will have an emergency meeting, and we will discuss situations going on in the districts in regards to vendors, and also set some goals for our administration based on the new board's wishes and desires. One of the things that I think is very, very, very set is that individuals throughout the community, throughout the city of Brownsville, they want something different. There is absolutely no reason why that different cannot come that first day that we get sworn in immediately. So that is what I hope the other individuals who are elected to their respective positions besides me, I hope that's something that they would consider. Frankie?
There are several things, you know, wrong with the district that, from day one we'd want to address. Board attorney, looking at administrators. We're too top heavy, but then again, that's something we need to win first in order to get there. But those are definitely topics that will be up for discussion November 4th, the day after.
There's a lot of things that need to be discussed, and they will be discussed. And we're do our best to bringing these things to light. One of the things that I think is very important is we have to continue to maintain each other informed of the happenings of the day. There's a couple of things that I want to discuss tonight. I guess one of the first things that we need to mention is that our numbers have still not gone down. We are still having issues with our numbers. We did post the findings of today. Let me just go into them real quick. And I posted them somewhere. Maybe not right now. Quick. We did have 6 deaths. I can't remember. Sorry, guys. I usually have everything set up, but because we were running late because of the information that was coming in, we did have 132 positives for the city of Brownsville, and we did report 4 deaths in the city of Brownsville. So again, numbers haven't really gone down, guys. I think we're starting to catch up in regards to a lot of the reporting. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And I make mention of this because we did get notified that we received one more positive today in the district, and that positive came from Garden Park Elementary. And what happened at Garden Park Elementary is they had to shut the school down. They shut the school down because of the positive. Uh, I hear that it was, I don't think they specified, I think it was a custodian, if I'm not mistaken, that had tested positive, but had been on campus. So immediately they did a shutdown. Again, guys, let's go back into the reality of things. First of all, we don't have students back. We don't have all of faculty back.
Size. We
We don't have all of faculty back. We're already closing schools. We're already closing schools because of Rona. So what's going to happen on Tuesday when more administrators, more personnel come onto campus? We spoke how at the Glass Palace, we have someone at the finance department that last week tested positive. I mean, was there proper cleaning? With limited number of individuals out there, we're still producing positives. We're still endangering the lives, the health, the well-being of a lot of individuals out there. I mean, we're already doing it.
Hidalgo County, Erasmo, had 23 fatalities with over 480 positive cases. And it got me thinking. We met up for lunch with a friend, and we're discussing in regards to the positive cases here locally. I don't think we're having mass testing as we once did. Whether the people is kind of either scared or they just are fed up with this whole COVID situation that we find ourselves in. But we're not getting the numbers that we think are out there. So it's very alarming. But Hidalgo is getting these numbers. I think Stark County, being a small county, just elapsed 100 mark for deaths in their area. The last time I checked, we were at 400. So it's it's this is something that we're going to be dealing with for quite a while, in my opinion. But again, we see how Erasmo, people at the Glass Palace, when there haven't been as many people around, have contracted the virus. What's going to happen whenever, we have all these people return back to work and then return back to the brick and mortar schools. So this is only a matter of time before, this gets bad again. So let's not relax. Let's not. I personally, not that I don't trust the numbers, but it doesn't seem right. Only having 100 and some cases for the city of Brownsville with a population our size, I doubt we are testing the way we were testing these past couple weeks, past couple months. So it's just something to be aware about, and just be cautious as much as possible, guys.
Well, I don't trust the numbers. I don't trust the numbers. I think they lost my trust back when they were telling us no deaths, and we knew for a fact that there were many, many deaths in the city of Brownsville. Now, for the people that are going in, again, sorry, I'm eating some of these Tentacion gummies. They're good, but they're picositos, and I'm not too good with picositos. Hey, guys. My concern is that what's going to happen when our teachers, when our classified staff, let's talk about the classified staff. The individual that tested positive at Garden Park was a custodial worker. And policy was changed. Policy was changed for anyone that is not a certified educator, a teacher, or a superintendent. But everybody else's job is in danger at the district. As the classified directors, everyone's job is in jeopardy at the district because of a policy that was changed during the summer, that was changed kind of like a las escondidas. And it's this policy. The handbook was changed. And it was this one. Temporary disability leave. A temporary disability leave of absence is provided for each full-time employee whose position requires educator certification by the State Board of Education certification or by the district. Temporary disability in accordance with the provision of District Policy DEC. The maximum length of temporary disability leave for a regular full-time employee shall be 180 calendar days. Employees must apply for temporary disability leave on a district form after paid leave is exhausted. The district may assign the employee a temporary disability upon the expiration of family medical leave. Temporary disability leave runs concurrently with applicable paid leave and family medical leave. Again, this is not a policy. It is in the employee handbook. At 30-day intervals, an employee with temporary disability leave for his or her own serious health condition shall provide medical certification of the illness or disability and a functional assessment on a form provided by the district. Failure for the employee to provide medical certification 30-day intervals shall constitute a violation of policy and neglect of duty, which is our grounds for termination. Guys, during the COVID-19, Gutierrez decided to remove the employee's rights to safeguard their job, if just in case they had become too ill to go to work. This new 2020-2021 BISD employee handbook states only full-time employees whose position requires educator certification by the State Board of Education, educator certification, or by the district will have the option to apply. These are the only people that will have the option to apply for temporary disability. What that means is that our maintenance employees, the bus drivers, teachers' aides, accountants, secretaries, and even department administrators, they are in danger of losing their jobs if they don't return to work after their FMLA expires. There is no guarantee, there is no protection whatsoever for anyone out there. Now, I know it's hard to read, but the language that was changed in the employee handbook is in blue. Each full-time employee whose position requires an educator certification by the state boards of educators. It used to say all employees. So they've opted to take out that right, that benefit, that protection for our employees out there if they become too ill to return to work. So they have the option of terminated employees. My question is, why in the middle of a pandemic would anyone, Dr. Gutierrez, this board, why would anyone opt to make it harder for an individual to keep their job? Why make it to the point where it would be easier to terminate said employees?
Present to you all our employee handbook, and
this is what happened during the meeting.
this year we have the employee handbook also before you, and there are a few changes, recommendations from CASB, and we also, just to let you know, that we do get input from administrators throughout the district. So if you have any questions, I'm prepared to address them. In a nutshell, is it possible to list the changes that were? The changes are listed, and you were given those changes. There's
they were given the changes,
like tangerine little orange sheets in the employee handbook.
They don't read them.
Right behind page 33.
They knew about the changes.
And they're small changes.
No, they're not.
But yet,
they are not
they
small
are,
changes.
For example, if you look on page 34, I'll just give you an example.
Not small changes.
This is just general information.
These are the livelihoods.
Suggestions for additions and improvements to the handbook and welcome, and are welcome and may be sent to Human Resources Department, page 34. We deleted 43,000, added 42,000. Little things like that. And so major, as far as anything major, there was a few changes that Mr. Destin Garza submitted from the insurance department.
So it came from Destin Garza.
They're there.
They're there.
One by one. I'm just like, the changes that were made, it was kind of like the language. It's like, yes, like they maybe remove what they thought would be redundant. Like, for example, let me just read one real quick and correct me if I'm wrong. The type of changes that were made. On the one that I'm seeing, it talks about the designees and authorization. The district authorized and designates the following employee as the ADA Section 504 coordinator for employees for concerns regarding discriminations on the basis of disability. Right. The district had employees with questions or concerns about discrimination on the basis of disability should contact the superintendent or academy. All they did was remove the word or the phrase employees with questions. Right. all it did is says that the beginning of it says these are the people who are designated for discrimination concerns, superintendent and human resources. Yes, ma'am. Recommendations. Just kind of brought it to shorter language. Exactly. Yes, ma'am. And that's the way it was all across all the way across. That's what I noticed. And these pages will identify each and every change, even if it was one word, just so that you're aware. It was nothing drastic. It was just the language.
Oh, very drastic.
The format that was used. Yes, Ms. Brown.
Exactly. I looked through it and I just saw minor changes.
Minor changes?
Wording and things like
Yes,
that. And
It's not minor, Drew. You think it's fine?
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what we all noticed. So thank you so much.
Oh, you all noticed? The whole board noticed it?
thank you.
That was fine?
Present to you all our employee handbook. And this year, we have
They all noticed that it was fine. It's just a couple of words. That's all it was. Yay. That's all it was. Frankie.
You know, this does not cost Erasmo, ladies and gentlemen, this does not cost the district anything to allow them to apply for temporary disability leave. The employee would even have to pay the district's portion of the medical insurance. So basically, this is the only guarantees that the right right to stay as an employee. So it makes no sense, guys, for the district to remove this at this time. You know, and the weird thing, guys, it's as if they tried to sneak this in, you know, that without sending notice out to the employees, that all classified employees would no longer qualify for this. So again, what is this saying? That temporary disability, you know, is what comes in after the people, they exhaust their FMLA, their 12 weeks. It guarantees their position for 180 more work days. So essentially, the employee is guaranteed their position with the district, but they have to pay all insurance costs, you know, that the district pays for their portion of the medical insurance. So this is different from the 504s. So by changing that in the handbook, they can get rid of the employees and terminate them after they finish their 12 weeks of FMLA. So again, in what right mind, Erasmo world, in what right mind would they do this? Especially right now during a time of uncertainty. But again, this is what we're dealing with at the district, and I hope that all our classified employees are taking note of this. In November.
Well, you know, and you know, it's just disappointing, man. It's disappointing because you hope that there's an ounce of wanting to do the right thing for our staff out there. You know, it seems like it's not enough to throw our staff into the lion's den sometimes, into the fight, into the war. It's not enough without the resources. You know, sending someone to battle without the proper equipment. And it's just like time and time and time again. I mean, they send our principals, our staff out there to face teachers, I mean, to face parents, you know, to face our students, guys. And they make outlandish promises. We're going to have this for you. We're going to have this for you. And our parents get to the schools and they're given 2 pencils. Come back another day. It's crumbs. It's crumbs. Don't complain. Be satisfied with the crumbs that this board is giving you. Be satisfied. And they're the individuals that are placed through the ring of fire, man. They're the ones that have to face parents when they're upset, when they're flustered, they're frightened. And then they hear, well, y'all are going to get puntos calientes. Puntos calientes, puntos calientes. You're going to get this. You're going to get school supplies. And they don't get them when they're promised. Some have still not gotten them. And our classified staff, take a big hit. Our front office staff take a big hit.
We're getting comments at Osmo. This is the least time. This is not the perfect time to be doing this, as if these individuals don't have anything else to worry about. We've seen how the district has already forced out teachers. It came out in the paper this morning or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, in regards to the amount of employees that are no longer with the district, retired. They're forced out. Again, is this a way for them to be saving money, or is it a cost saving thing? It shouldn't come at the expense of someone's livelihood. And that's what it boils down to, because we are essentially taking away from these people. And many employees rely on this assurance. They rely on this. This is something that they could use. But whenever you take it away from them, they have no option. Now, again, I challenge our employees to send a message. Send a message to the district. Is this what you want? Are you satisfied with the way you've been treated? And again, it all goes back to the way we have treated our teachers, our staff, our community. Erasmo, they try to throw the $67 and say, here, be satisfied. They try taking away this from our classified staff. What's next? First, it was money. Then it was the guarantee of FMLA, of being assured that you have some security in life. And again, I always say this, in life, Erasmo, we always want that sense of security, whether that's with our partner, with our employer, with something. Why? Because that gives us peace of mind, guys. But whenever they take that from us, it leads to anxiety. It leads to depression. It leads to unsteadiness. And this is what BISD has been doing to us time and time again. Since March, guys, everything they've done has been a fumble. But I challenge my community, our community. I challenge our community. Is this what you want? Do we deserve this? We all know the answer to that. But the only way they will know how we feel is when we vote. So it's very important. And I challenge each and every one of my community members to vote.
Are these recommendations changes by TEA, or the district creates and just puts them there? The district placed them in the employee handbook. 2020-21, they were changes made by the superintendent and by employee benefits director, presented by the board. And as Drew so Jewishly mentioned, they were good changes. And as Minerva piggybacked, which she does quite often, they all had seen them and they all approved. So I don't care what promises this board makes. I don't care what promises they make in regards to how much they care. Guys, it's election time. It's election season. They'll tell you anything that you want to hear to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel happy for a little while. And in case they win, you go back to ask for crumbs. And then they feel indignados that you're asking for more than what you deserve. So our classified personnel, our employees, our bus drivers, our teacher aides, our accountants, our secretaries, our department administrators. If you contract COVID-19 for doing your job by being sent in to harm's way going onto a campus and contracting it. We just had a case today with few staff at an elementary shut down. If you contract the virus, and as my friend Philip Cowan mentioned, 3 people out of every 90 are going to die from it. 1 in 31 here in Brownsville, and I want to thank my friend Phil Cowan for sending me this information. 1 in 31 have it in Brownsville. 3 in 90 will die from it. And thank you, Phil, for sending me the information. So, are one of those 3 that are going to struggle through it going to be one of our classified employees, our accountants, teacher aides, secretaries? But more importantly, do they care? Now, take heed, guys. This does not apply. This does not apply to the superintendent. His job requires a certification from the State Board of Education. So guess what? He's protected. You are not. Because they don't care. He's protected. You are not. I wonder what the dynamic will be like with you and Frankie being elected, but not the others. I hope that doesn't happen, but so wonder. It's going to be interesting. BIZ employees are screwed. They don't care.
Erasmo, it bothers me because the main thing here that I want to emphasize is that it doesn't cost the district nothing, and then to not properly notify them of the big change is kind of like, really? Like, there is no cost. And then you are making not a minor change, but a very drastic change to these individuals, ability to have some sort of security. And then we don't know the long-term effects, Erasmo, of the disabilities of this COVID pandemic.
No.
What's the reasoning behind it? And knowing that information, they were okay with removing this protection and it doesn't cost us a dime, is something to scratch your head about and say, why? And ultimately, Erasmo, the only thing that I can think of, ladies and gentlemen, is they don't care. They don't care. And again, I've spoken to teachers, and one thing that has resonated is we want to matter. We want to know that, that leadership cares about us. Empathy. To say, hey, I understand your struggles. I got your back. Classified personnel. Does the district have your back? When they ask for your vote, could they assure you and say, hey, I have your interests at heart? We know the answer to that.
Well, Eva hit it right on the nail. One of the issues that Nelda brought up yesterday was in regards to the district of innovation. It just gives administration too much power. And when you have too much power vested in administration, then they could take away any right that you have. Look, guys, how many people have been retaliated against just because they comment here? How many? Too many. Retaliated. But you know what, guys? And I say this because not that I want you to stop commenting. I want it to anger you suffice to continue to comment, to continue to express your opinion, to continue to share, to continue to embolden the individuals that are around you to say no more, no mas. We will not settle for crumbs. We want what we are entitled for. We are professionals. We love our students. We love our families. We love our community as a whole. We will not go quietly into the night. We will fight. We will fight. We will fight for what is right. We will fight for what is ours. This is our district. We will take it back together, my friends. No more, no más. And please, folks, no more crumbs. Do not settle for crumbs, for migajitas. The cake is yours. But more importantly, the cake is your children's. Fight for it. Safeguard it. Protect it. Take it away from them. And help me bring it back to the people. Guys, the reason is they want to have all power to easily terminate your employee. Easily. And what's worse, guys, it's done right in the smack middle of a pandemic when the numbers were our highest. They showed they cared the least. In a time where they should be giving more to their staff and employees, the only thing that they're instilling our folks with is anxiety and the not knowing. So, if ever there was a time for change, it is now. You heard Drew. I'm good with it. She's not affected. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that they could fire our classified staff with a whim. You heard me, Nerva, the president of the board. Oh, Drew, we all read it. We all agreed. We're all okay with it. Was the bungling idiot speaking only for herself? Or as president of the board, was she speaking for every other board member on there as well? Poor Edelmiro doesn't know what's going on 75% of the time. Has no clue. And that's that he has all these notes in front of him. I know. He has all the backup. I know. Has no concept or clue. And they said, "You're doing a great job, superintendent. Great job, Dustin, employee benefits director. Great job, human resources, Carmelita. Great job. Y'all just screwed over my people. And you think you did a great job." So, this board giving the superintendent the A-OK to suck the livelihood away from my people, my underpaid people, my most hardworking people. ¡Qué vergüenza! Lava esta vergüenza. Like we need something else to worry about right now. Yeah. I'm going to challenge every single teacher association out there. I'm going to challenge everyone. All of them. Look into this immediately. Reverse this. Have administration make the change this next coming special meeting. Correct it now. Because if you don't, I can almost guarantee you that it'll probably get corrected November the 10th. November the 10th. When you have a chance, send me a text, please. Thank you. I need to hear from you. Yee. Frankie or me. What can be done to change it when the oligarchy is going to keep getting voted into office? James, we stop it. We unite. We go knocking on every single one of our relatives' doors, figuratively, because we can't do it physically. But let everyone out there know change is needed. Change must come. You know, I've always run. Uh, I've always run grassroots type of campaigns. Trust me, they are the best. And yes, I know that they're out there fighting and trying to figure out how the hell they're going to come after Erasmo Castro. Good luck, because this time around, this is my type of campaign. It's a grassroots campaign, baby. This is my world. Welcome to it. So, James, don't ever feel disheartened. Don't ever feel like there's nothing that you can do. There is plenty to do. We need your help now more than ever. We need you, and you need us. And guess what? We need each other. No respect, treated like peons. BISD needs to understand some parents work having to keep asking for time off to pick up forms, drop off forms, pick up supplies. Oh, come back another day. We ran out. Well, that's what happens, Maribel, when they don't have a plan. They had no plan. Carlos Elizondo, good evening, sir. You are late. I haven't seen him. Did he pop in somewhere? There he is. Carlos Elizondo Melguizo. For some reason, I mentioned Edelmiro and boom, de repente I see Carlos Elizondo like, ah. Eso te pasa por llegar tarde. Hola, my friends. How can you guess what employees probably don't mind leaving the district because they can make 4 times more money elsewhere and get better PPE there, even if it's back to working 12-hour shifts? It's crazy, primo. James H. This has nothing to do with voting blue. This is about a stupid board. There's no blue. There's no red. There's only them versus us. It's a council of evil. 1,000 years of red hot brimstone from them is not enough punishment for what they've done to our people. You're right.
And this is the board that has pride themselves on doing most for the employees of the district, and that's what they're hanging their hat on. Again, what are they doing to our people? What can they say that they've done, during this COVID-19 pandemic? They've provided expired PPE to our employees.
PP.
You let me finish. They provided expired supplies. When does this end? Again, this is something that the community is well aware of, and only through the ballot box is the only way that we can make a positive change. And I'm sure the community is fed up with this current administration. But again, it's all only up to us, guys.
Can the district be sued for making changes that are arbitrary and unfair that affect employees? Why are they discriminating against classified employees? Because they yield all power. Because this board has vested not only the finances of our district, but has vested all power in the superintendent and his Edinburgh buddies. to affect these changes because ultimately he just doesn't care, has absolutely no vested interest in our district, in our people, in our community. But guys, there is separation of powers. There is checks and balances. And the good news is we have board members that get the information, that knew that our classified staff were getting screwed. The bad news is that the board members just didn't care. They thought it was a good idea to screw our classified, our paraprofessionals, our people that work in the office, our bus drivers, our monitors, our food nutrition services. And if you remember correctly, folks, the first people in our district to succumb to coronavirus were our classified. And one of the last individuals to fall prey, where a school was shut down, was one of our classified. And guess what? They don't care. Those changes were not mentioned during staff development when principals discussed the handbook. It's very unfortunate. Don't forget nurses. Everyone gets screwed. Early voting starts October 13th to October 30th. Please remind everyone needs to come out and vote. Again, my challenge. My challenge to all my associations out there. Fight. Because someone at the Glass Palace did this on purpose. Was it the employee benefits director, Dustin? Was it human resources, Carmelita? Was it both? Was it the superintendent? Or was it all three of them? Rosa Torres, all the RGB politicians are blue, indicating blue members. Overall, the RGB has a problem of electing inept, wildly corrupt blue politicians simply because of empty promises. Here, part of the problem, James, is that both parties suck. The blue, the red, the purple, the orange, they all suck. That's why we have to vet candidates to make sure that we are getting the most qualified individual. I don't care if an individual is blue, red, purple, pink, polka dot. Okay. When then finally we go and sign and we acknowledge that we have read the understand handbook. Exactamente. That's the part of the problem as well. James Minerva is a Republican. She is a Republican. They had each of the schools making their own copies. Information forms were sent late and continuously changing, and copy machines were overheated. It's not that the schools are not being understanding. They're doing the best they can to facilitate everyone and provide what they can to the students. 100%, Erica. But again, administration should have made a decision. And by administration, I mean the Glass Palace months ago, not weeks ago. Sorry, Republicans are the worst. This virus has unmasked so many inequities, some systematic, others by design, such as the removal of protection for our most vulnerable staff, the front line folk. Hola, Jorge Jimenez. This is why I comment for my husband. I know.
Retaliation, guys.
Getting rid of people to contract more deputies. Freedom of speech, baby. Today I felt very frustrated as a parent and teacher. I had a little meltdown. Tony, my prayers. Stay strong. November's coming. How horrible. No wonder the morale is so low. Thanks for the shirt and the cookies. I still have some cookies left. Some. And I'm running out of shirts. No more silence. Clean house, brother. Starting with all the corrupt people in the administration building. The $66 BISD gift, they don't care. It's a strategy that they're doing all this time, and they will want they actually need is for people who are not with them. Quit. It's already happening, and they are screwing very good teachers. It's very, very sad. It's very true. And you saw the Herald article. So many teachers have opted to quit or to retire. And personnel, even. Classified personnel are the backbone of a school. Working together is the key to winning this race. 100%. Question, brother. Are you guys going to be live streaming the poll numbers on election day? Yes. Exactly at 6:30, maybe 6 o'clock, we'll be on here. It'll be the end of the race. What decision was made towards classified personnel? I'm lost. You're going to have to repeat and watch it again.
It's a good one. Good topic.
Mm. And guys, just for everyone to understand, you know, Tony mentioned all of our teachers are feeling overwhelmed. All of them. Teachers are crying because they're so frustrated. They're crying. You're talking about individuals that are professionals, that have been professionals for decades, decades, crying, frustrated, anxiety ridden, all because of this board and the turtle riding superintendent sipping on daiquiris. Storm the castle, take back what was stolen. November the 3rd is the day. November the 10th. That's the reward. Discrimination, the unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people. They don't care. Even before COVID-19, what did they do? Nothing. I have a quick question. What does it take to run for office? I know I'm young, but I believe many changes have to be done. And I believe I would be the perfect voice for the students. And as I have spoken with you, Mr. Castro, I now know many more problems with budget and with the special training that is needed for teachers and staff, and many problems the board is afraid to face because they know it comes with a cost and board doesn't want to help. They want to take it. I'm sorry if I sound all over the place. You don't, Stephen. And let me tell you, Stephen, the conversations that I had with you were some of my most memorable conversations I've had with any student out there at our schools. And I'm very, very proud that you are interested in, serving not only our student population, but our community as a whole. Stop by my office, and I'll show you the ropes. I'll show you what it takes to run for office. I'll show you what I know in regards to a policy. Uh, Stephen, I want your help. Stephen, I want you to handle my my student voting to make sure that all my students out there are registered to vote. I need your help. Come join the campaign. I need you, man. I know that you have great rapport and great communication with a lot of my students out there. So I need you. And start off this career, this pathway that you have to serve our community, started by seeing the backside of a campaign. So that's my invitation to you, Stephen. Congratulations on your graduation. Este, I I am one of your big fans. God bless, my man. I need your help. They do care if they are wrong. They will keep doing what they want. They don't care. Yeah. Can't the School of Innovation model method be ended, changed? Yes, the District of Innovation can be. That innovation model was the worst thing the board passed for everyone. It absolutely gives way too much power. And I was asked this question privately, and I have no issue with answering it publicly. When the District of Innovation was voted on, I spoke out against it regularly because it vested too much power in administration. So yes, the answer is yes. But you had to sign for the handbook. Yes. Good evening, Miss Miller. When will you be on the show live to answer some questions about your platform? Miss Miller will be on with us hopefully tomorrow morning. If not, I think Sunday. We'll see. Honestly, I don't know any real honest people running for office. What is the gentleman, Mr. Olivo, going to change or bring us to us once he is in? He will really fight for us classified people once they're in. They get so busy they don't do PR anymore. Be honest, not perfect, just honest, transparent. That was for you.
That's a good question, Milo. One of the things on my platform is special needs population. That's going to be my focal point. Also, compensation for all employees across the board. We've seen time and time again how our teachers haven't been compensated adequately. We are going through this. We just see how they took away from the classified staff, that security blanket from under them. And also, a main thing is morale. I want to change the morale at BISD. We have seen and heard that teachers are scared even to come on this show, for fear of retaliation. So, special needs population, compensation for everybody across the board, and changing the morale at BISD. That's going to be my focal point in November 4th.
Milo, let me reassure you, my man. One of the things that I think is really, really important is that you need a commitment from every single individual that is out there running, that your cares, your wants, your needs as a classified personnel are listened to. And, I'm going to encourage every single individual on there to do a little bit of what I always did. When I walked into a campus, I went to my classified personnel. I went and I sat down with my food nutrition service people, and I sat there with them and I talked to them. What do you need? How can I help? Any issue you have, let me know. I spoke to our custodians. I spoke to our paraprofessionals at length. I made eye contact with my office staff. So I'm going to encourage every single individual on there, everyone, to treat every single employee, classified and professional, in the same shape, way, form, and manner. Because you, as a classified personnel, are so very, very important to the district. And again, you could say, well, and I know, man, I know a lot of people go out there and they promise you all a lot of things. Well, with me, I've proven it. And after November the 3rd, you will again see it. And it is my prayer you'll see it from every board member out there. They do not care if they are wrong. They will continue to do whatever they want, regardless of the results. They are only looking for profits for themselves and for Sylvia Atkinson. Yes, get rid of the District of Innovation, please, please, please. For both of you, thank you. We need prayers. And some cookies are for me. Can you guys vote out the current puppet superintendent when you guys take office? One of the things that needs to be done is and this board should have done it a long time ago. They should have set goals for the superintendent, goals to adhere to. Goals. Saludos, saludos. ¿Cómo andamos, Arnaldo? Bien. ¿Cómo andamos? Andamos bien, papá. Anytime is fine with me. Sunday, Miss Miller. Let's do Sunday. Tomorrow night, we will have a retired teacher on the show. One of amazing teachers from Lopez High School will be on tomorrow. And Miss Miller, Sunday night. Will either of you support getting rid of the deputies? Too many high-pay assistants. The soup needs to earn his paycheck. Let me tell you, one of the things that I think needs to be revisited is, and I've said it publicly, the organizational chart. Have to revisit the organizational chart. It is essential. And we need a little bit of justification as to why we need to be so top heavy. And my concern is that when we had 53,000 students, we had a thinner organizational chart. Now with 43,000 students, and who knows, maybe now with 40,000 students. Good question. I feel for all my teachers, colleagues, may God be with you during these gatherings at the workplace, especially if students return back to school. The situation is very different from the businesses were open. Then interact directly with students day in, day out, just as hospitals do. All district employees deserving more respect for their health. And then they are getting now, and the respect for their life. There's one respect for assuring funds coming to the district. Funds are gone. Don't forget to give your papa a calendar, or he might vote for the other guy. Ah, papa, I'll get you a calendar. Sunday is fine. Love you, Miss Miller. It almost seems to be too good to be true. If all new men and women take over the board and have this outlet to have conversation longer than 3 minutes, 100%. But we will be conversing every night of the day of the week, every night of the week, and most mornings. Sunday night is great. Awesome. We have a candidate for place three, Mr. Hillemander, on with us on Sunday night. When you get the seat, can you guys lower the superintendent's salary to see how he will react? We will reevaluate every situation, look over uh, the employee salary reviews that were brought in by TASB, and you know determine if any misgivings or misdeeds were done. Mrs. Miller, love Miss Miller. Frankie, last words.
I hope everybody has a good week. Starting tomorrow, it's kind of sad that our classified staff doing everything that they do, not getting the pay that they merit, that they deserve, are being treated this way. They are the backbone of our special needs department. I'm worried for them. Everything that they go through, all the sacrifices that they make, for them not to get paid enough, for them to be taking this security blanket, is very alarming for me. Especially, guys, whenever this does not affect the district whatsoever. You would think that, during this crisis that we're in, we would have some sort of security, some sort of peace of mind. But what do? They do everything contrary to what should be done. And again, this is what we're dealing with. This is the monster that we're fighting against. Our community has the opportunity to change that. We have people in leadership positions right now that have been doing everything against the recommendations of our public health officials and of our community. We have seen how teachers and staff have tirelessly been working to go far and beyond for our students, to make sure that they have every chance to succeed. But we as a district are not rewarding them for that, by not paying them enough, by not giving them the security. So again, when is enough enough? I think the time is now. It is only upon us, guys, that we could right the wrong. There's an opportunity to change this. And again, it's so close that I am confident that together we will change the district. But it's upon us. Again, from time to time, these people have used your position, our position on the seat, for their own enrichment. And it sucks. It really sucks that as taxpayers, y'all are getting screwed. Y'all teachers, paraprofessionals, are being, as one of our friends mentioned, looked at as peons. Y'all aren't worthy of a raise. Y'all aren't worthy of being given this security of the disabilities of the FMLA. You're not worthy of it. But we can make them know that they're not worthy of that seat. But it's only upon us, guys. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a good night. Remember, Sunday night, Sunday during the day, sports talk, Frankie Olivo. We'll be giving out more details in regards to that, guys.
Guys, before we sign off today, I hope nobody is left. I did receive a call from AOBE, Teacher Association, from organizer Ida Aveldano. Ida Aveldano, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. How are you all?
Doing good, good, good. It is always a pleasure to hear you. Uh, what is the purpose of your phone call this evening?
Uh, it did get to us. We heard about this issue on the change about the temporary disability and the change on the handbook. We did find out about it earlier today, where a member brought it to our attention. And I just wanted to put it out there. We are looking into this, but what we ask of our members and the people of BISD is, at this time, hold off on signing it. Anyway, it's the weekend. We know it was sent out electronically, but we're asking everybody, it's going to take everybody working together to reach out to the board members. Right now is when they have to take action and reach out to the board members to express their feelings on this. Even though it is mainly affecting classified employees, it's not right that they did this and the way about it that they went. So we're asking for everyone to please, even your teachers, your certified people that were not impacted by this, to speak up. You know, this is where we have to stand in solidarity, because it's not right for them to be doing this to classified employees at this time when this pandemic is going on. And so we're asking for everyone to, even if you cannot call the board members, you email them, but reach out to anybody that you know, or even at administration, and find out why this change is taking place at this time, especially, you know, during this pandemic, like I mentioned, and when this leave doesn't cost the district anything. So there's no need to do this. So we're asking everybody to please continue to hold off on signing it. You know, yes, we know it says it's due as soon as possible, but we ask that this weekend we utilize this time to contact the school board members, contact any administrators, send emails about how you feel about this, because it was not completely disclosed, and this impacts a lot of people. This is not something that, you know, was just minor verbiage changed from one year to the next. And I believe we need to stand in solidarity here and voice our concerns to the current board and to the current administration.
We're having some questions in regards to some individuals who have already signed it. Is there anything that they can do?
If they've already signed it, no, unfortunately not. They can send an email to their immediate supervisor on how they feel about it, that they are not in agreement with the changes, and for it to reflect back to the page that they're referring to.
Well, it just sounds like very bad form, very bad timing, especially when we're all dealing with enough anxiety, you know, to fill an entire world, that now they have to fear for their livelihood if they were to fall prey to coronavirus. But
we agree 100% on this, and with all the things that are going on, unfortunately, we found out after 5 o'clock today. So, you know, administration office was already closed. So that is why this is going to be pending. But, you know, it is the worst timing for this. This sends a very bad message to all employees, and this is not the way to go about it. You know, we need to have show that there is support, especially on something like this, where it's not costing the district anything. It's very upsetting, and it's not right. And that's why I believe we all have to take action together on this. We are going to voice it. We have already forwarded it to legal for review, but mostly it's just wrong to do this to the employees at this time. There is no harm that it is costing the district to be able to let all employees file for this temporary disability.
Well, it's such a shame, but we appreciate that y'all are on it. If y'all don't mind keeping us posted, and we'll continue to do some research to see if there's anything that can be done, but as a community members. But we do appreciate that y'all are fighting for the people out there.
Definitely. We will keep you posted. We do believe in being transparent on that, and as soon as we do find out anything and we get feedback, we'll be more than glad to share it with you.
Greatly appreciate it. Have a great evening, great weekend, Ms. Avellano.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Likewise. Bye-bye.
Guys, very encouraging to have individuals that are out there going to be, fighting for this. And again, it's just very disheartening. Guys, I will end saying that tomorrow evening we will have a retired teacher from Lopez with us, Emily Fols. And on Sunday, we will have Miss Argelia Maynard, candidate for place 3. Place 3. Guys, again, we keep each other informed. We keep each other aware of what's going on. And, information is power. And power should always be back to the people. Guys, if your neighbor needs... neighbor, friend, family member needs food, take food. If they need medicine, go take them medicine. Guys, be good to each other, and please be good to me. God bless.